Yeah, and speaking of, I thought you were going to go with a different example, Turf, of that's been going on lately.
Ah, there's another one. I didn't know if we wanted to go there, but
We
we
probably
can.
shouldn't go down that rabbit hole, but there's definitely Kanye is I don't care what he goes by,
Mm-hmm.
he's Kanye. Um, Man, it's troubling, and on a lot of levels. For one thing, I think the
Mm-hmm.
guy's really sick, and there's nobody around that actually cares about his well-being enough to do anything about it. But that's beside the point, because the shit he's doing is harmful, and it's normalizing the kind of ideas
Mm-hmm.
that are being kind of edged into the mainstream political discourse, because he's out there saying this shit. uh, and it's actively moving the Overton window to the right more, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because no matter how, because like there's good things that come out of it, right? Like the Kanye subreddit, right, has like turned fully against him. It's become like a Holocaust awareness Reddit subreddit, right? It's
That's
cool, right?
awesome.
There's a lot of people who like understand, and they're like they fully separated themselves, right? They're like, I used to be a fan, I love his music, right? But I can't stand by this, right? But there are
Mm-hmm.
still millions of his fans, probably, or like hundreds of thousands, right? Maybe millions, who are like really fans of him, right? Who will get affected by this, right? Maybe they won't become full on Nazis, right? But maybe they'll become conservative because of it, right? Maybe they'll start questioning Jews everywhere, right? Maybe they'll start thinking, oh yeah, Kanye did White Lives Matter, right? Let me do it too, right? It has really negative effects.
Yep. When you have Alex
No,
Jones kind of being like, "Hey, dial it back a bit," like
yeah,
there's
when
stuff
Alex
going
Jones
Exactly.
is
on.
going, oh, this is a
Um,
bit much, guys.
and speak to the point we were just talking about. Like, I saw some people I don't remember what thread it was in, but somebody was posting about the Kanye stuff, and there was a couple of people in the thread. And of course, they could be lying. They could just be bad faith actors on the right. But if there's real people, then it's upsetting, because there's like a couple of guys who are like, I'm Jewish, and I don't feel like they're coming after me. He's kind of got a point, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh
Well,
no.
well,
Yeah.
that's the thing to understand. Like the fandom menace that we are dealing with right now, they are the gateway to the type of ideology essentially Kanye is preaching. Yeah, he's next level up, but yeah, it's something I was talking about in the stream last night. It's just there's this gateway, and then like if you keep on following it, you end up essentially where Kanye's at. He's partially
Hmm.
there because of his medication issue. He seriously needs to start taking his meds. I just beg him to take his meds for love of God. He's prescribed them for a reason.
I mean,
But
yeah, but I do want to be sure to say, when
yeah,
we talk about that, though, that like being bipolar or whatever he is does not cause you to be an anti-Semite.
No,
no,
not
Um,
at
no,
all.
it,
that's obviously stuff under the surface.
and the thing that you just said, Bob, there's evidence of it. I don't know if I've shown this on this stream, not, but
Mm-hmm.
rewriting Ripley, it's great. 3 deep dive, analysis of the anti-fandom generally, and here's a Twitter analysis that proves that these are the accounts that were responsible for a lot of the negativity aimed at the Obi-Wan backlash and Rings of Power, like as in using hateful language and racism.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish it was okay. It's a little bit clearer than I thought, but like, yeah, it's all the people you would think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
NASA.
what's up?
Wait. So the blues are those people who are like negative accounts?
No, those are
No,
those
no,
are
this is all negative. Blue is off YouTube. Red is on YouTube.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Red is YouTubers, blue is just other. So these are all people that their following was connected to. Sorry, let me rephrase. These are all people that were connected to the people that generally that went after those the Rings of Power and Obi-Wan show. So you got, look at that, D-Day Cobra there, Ryan Kennel.
So like fans of them, like followers of them.
Yes. So
Oh,
like
okay,
they're
not the actual. I was like, damn, like NASA and Marvel are just out here, but okay, no, yeah, like followers of them.
yep.
Gotcha.
And it's almost so much the people you would figure it is, that it almost seems like it could be fake. Like that's the worst thing about this is like, it's, you know, I can definitely see some chud being like, oh, it just so happens that all the channels you don't like.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, because there's a reason I don't like them. There's a reason they've stood out to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just quickly going back on like the Kanye thing, to me the worst thing about it is the reaction from like the general right. They do not seem like ideologically against him. They don't seem like they're like,
No.
oh, how could you say this? They seem angry that he said it in the way that he did.
Well, there's kind of a division happening, and this honestly, ultimately, this might, I don't want to speak too soon to it, but it could ultimately be a positive thing. You know, obviously right now it's harmful and it's probably gonna cause harm. There's no turning back on that, but like ultimately it could split the fucking Republican Party. Because Milo Yiannopoulos seems really dedicated to doing that, and kind of has a good tool now. But sorry.
But a lot of the biggest names, the Republican names on Twitter, a lot of their reaction to the Kanye West stuff isn't, oh, you know, we don't represent this. They aren't saying we don't represent it. We aren't saying, oh, this is bad. They're saying, dude, you can't say that. It's essentially complaining that he's saying it, and it's like, don't you think the issue is that he's like, that this is like his beliefs? Doesn't it seem like that's the issue?
Exactly. Like the thing, they were fine with him being a little bit anti-Semitic, you know, and stirring that whole pot, right? Until he started like praising, I don't know, like this is,
I love Nazis.
and like,
sorry, I was muted.
Yeah, sorry. Does YouTube like allow us to say the name of the person?
I think it has more to do with being demonetized than anything, but I'm already demonetized right now. Still waiting to hear back from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah, well, you know what we call him on the Forced Adversity podcast is Hitty Cent.
Yes.
We have a cute nickname for him. You know, Satan is Old Goat Face, and then the other guy is Hitty Cent.
It's cool. Yeah, but like, yeah, good. But yeah, like
that's weird. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, what the fuck? No, it's but even like seeing like Alex Jones, you know, he wasn't. You could tell he was trying so hard to be like Kanye. I agree, but you can't say that specific thing, right?
You have to say globalists. You have to say
bring it over here, right? Like everyone knows that this is bad to say, right? Like, come over here. We know what you mean and we agree, but just please don't say like, you know, he wasn't being, you know, like a sane person. If Kanye or Ye was on your show, right, saying these things, right, you'd be like, what the fuck, you know? But he's like, well, I don't agree, right? This is a crazy world. I'm crazy. You know, it's like they don't care. They just care about how it looks. They care about the optics, and it's fucked.
Jeffrey, you keep asking kind of the same question, and I mean, it's valid, but you're kind of jumping the gun because, like, what laws can you apply to? How can you? There's no laws for stochastic terrorism which is what they're doing. It's just broadly stochastic terrorism. That's the point of what they're doing. They're trying to accelerate political division and accelerate violence, because if more violence starts happening, it's going to create more violence and more impetus on the right to do more violence against their political enemies and so on. So I mean, it's like, I mean, I feel you, but like, what laws do you think should be applied? Because I don't think those laws exist yet. And definitely they break terms of service on YouTube a lot, but I don't know.
You know, money. That's the issue.
Right.
So it's one of those things until it reaches a point where YouTube, where it's like publicly aware, where the public's aware that YouTube is, hosting this stuff, and then like sponsors go. That's the only time when YouTube's going to respond.